The beginning of a much bigger political battle ahead of 2027? Stay with me, because in this video, we are going beyond the headlines. We will examine what actually happened, why it matters, and what this entire controversy could mean for Nigeria's democracy. And trust me, you do not want to miss this analysis. Welcome back to the channel. If you are passionate about Nigerian politics, governance, and deep political analysis, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and join this growing community. Now, let's get into it. To understand the controversy, we must first separate facts from emotions. Here is what we know. The Federal High Court in Lokoja set aside its earlier judgment, which had directed INEC to register the Nigeria Democratic Congress as a political party. In simple terms, an earlier court decision that favored the NDC was reversed. As a result, all actions based on that earlier judgment were effectively nullified. Naturally, this raised questions regarding the future of the party. However, the party's national secretary quickly reacted. According to him, no order had been made to deregister the NDC. He also argued that the party would not undergo a fresh hearing on the matter. But beyond the legal arguments came a more politically explosive statement. He alleged that certain individuals, fearing defeat in 2027, did not want Peter Obi to appear on the ballot. Now, this is where things become extremely interesting. Because the moment such a statement is made, the conversation immediately moves beyond the courtroom. It enters the political arena. And politics, as we know, is rarely straightforward. Ladies and gentlemen, elections are not won only on election day. Political battles often begin years before citizens cast their votes. Control of narratives, control of structures, control of institutions, control of alliances, all these become crucial. This is why every legal dispute involving political parties immediately attracts public attention. Because political observers understand that access to the ballot is one of the most important aspects of democracy. If citizens are to choose leaders freely, they must first have options. And whenever controversies arise concerning political participation, people naturally become concerned. Now, does this court ruling automatically mean anyone is being prevented from contesting? No. That conclusion cannot be made based solely on available information. Court rulings happen. Appeals happen. Judgments are overturned. That is part of every legal system. However, the political significance lies elsewhere. The significance lies in perception. Politics is heavily influenced by perception. And many supporters of opposition figures often interpret legal and political developments through the lens of trust or mistrust. This explains why reactions have been so emotional. Because for many Nigerians, this story is not merely about a court case. It is about confidence in democratic processes. It is about whether every political actor will enjoy a level playing field in 2027. Let's be honest, no serious discussion about the 2027 elections can ignore Peter Obi. Whether you support him or oppose him, one fact remains undeniable. Peter Obi remains one of the most influential political figures in contemporary Nigeria. His 2023 presidential campaign fundamentally changed Nigeria's political landscape. Millions of young Nigerians became politically active. Conversations about governance intensified. Traditional voting patterns were challenged. And since the 2023 elections, discussions surrounding his future political plans have never stopped. This is precisely why any story linked to Peter Obi instantly attracts massive attention. Supporters see him as a symbol of political change. Critics see him as another politician navigating Nigeria's complex political environment. Participation in 2027. Emotions naturally rise. Supporters become alarmed. Opponents become skeptical. Neutral observers begin asking questions. And the political temperature rises further. Perhaps the most important issue raised by this controversy is this: will the 2027 elections be broadly viewed as open, competitive, and fair? This question matters because democracy thrives on trust. Citizens must believe that regardless of tribe, religion, region, or political affiliation, every qualified candidate has an opportunity to compete. Democracy also depends on strong institutions. Strong institutions inspire confidence. Weak institutions create suspicion. And once public trust begins to decline, political tensions often increase. Nigeria has made significant democratic progress since 1999, but challenges remain. Electoral reforms, judicial independence, political party development, internal party democracy, transparency. These are areas that Nigerians continue to debate passionately. Stories like this reignite those debates. And perhaps that is not entirely negative, because democracies grow stronger when citizens remain engaged. An informed electorate is essential. Citizens should ask questions. Citizens should scrutinize institutions. Citizens should demand accountability. That is how democracies mature. One fascinating aspect of Nigerian politics is that there are always competing narratives. One side says, this is merely a legal matter. Another side says, no, something bigger is happening. One side argues that institutions are functioning normally. Another argues that political interests often influence outcomes. The truth is that democratic societies must allow these debates to occur openly. But those debates should always be grounded in evidence, facts, and critical thinking. As citizens, it is important not to accept every political claim uncritically. At the same time, it is equally important not to dismiss public concerns outright. Question everything. Examine facts. Follow legal developments. Listen to different perspectives. And ultimately, make informed judgments. Because democracy belongs to citizens, not politicians, not political parties, citizens. So where does this leave us? The NDC has suffered a legal setback. Its leadership insists the party remains alive. Political controversy has intensified, and Nigerians are once again debating the future of democracy ahead of 2027. But perhaps the biggest takeaway is this: the road to 2027 has truly begun. Expect more court cases. Expect more political maneuvering. Expect more alliances. Expect more controversies. Because in politics, the battle for power never sleeps. And as citizens, our responsibility is to remain vigilant, informed, and actively engaged. Now I want to hear from you. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others so more Nigerians can join this important conversation. And now to two very important questions. Question number 1. Do you believe the controversy surrounding the NDC is simply a normal legal dispute, or do you think it reflects deeper political tensions ahead of the 2027 elections? Question number 2. What must Nigerian institutions do between now and 2027 to strengthen public confidence in the electoral process? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will be reading every single comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.